Welcome, yogis. Starting today's session on shins, big toes touching, knees wide to the edges of the mat, and reaching your arms forward over your head. Giving it a nice long stretch through both arms. And keep your left arm reaching forward and thread your right arm under in a gentle twist, melting your right shoulder down into the floor, sinking heavily into the hips each time you breathe out, and reaching a little bit longer into your left fingertips each time you breathe in. Relax the sides and back of your neck, and relax your face. Reaching the right arm forward, change and take the left arm underneath, turning your face to the opposite side as well. Relax the soles of the feet and feel the heaviness of your body sink each time you exhale. Each in-breath stretches you longer through that right side and arm. Then reaching both arms forwards over your head again. Balance out the two sides of the body. And from there, make your way onto all fours. Going straight into your cats and cows, rounding up on the out-breath, curling down on the in-breath. Exhale, squeezes the belly up tight. Inhale to look forward and sink the chest. Sink into your shin bones and make your feet heavy. And check that you have spaces between all your fingers as you roll your spine. Keep focusing on your breath. And then come back into a flat spine. Now we're taking another twist, threading right arm through, coming to a twisting baby down dog, and stretching your left arm forwards again over your head. Now check in with your neck and make sure the two sides of the neck are long, not just the side facing the floor. Lengthen through both sides. And once more, sink the shin bones. Sink your ankles and your feet into the mat. Making your way back onto both hands and straight through to the twist on the other side. Left arm behind the right wrist, sink your left shoulder and reach that right arm forward. And once you're there, feel that the hips and thighs are straight up over your knees. Don't lean your bum back or in front of the knee joints. Lengthening through the spine and lengthening through both sides of the neck again. Notice your breath. Keep your mind focused on the breath moving in and out. And making your way back up onto both hands. And now into full baby down dog. Hips still stay over the knees as the arms slide forwards. If you can, keep the elbows lifted and stretch the arms long. Palms push down into the floor as the elbows and the armpits go up away from the mat. Each exhale dropping deeper into the ankles and the shin bones. Keep squeezing the belly tight each time you breathe out. Making your way back up onto hands, and from here we're pushing up into full downwards facing dog. Lifting the knees, stretching down into the heels. Turn those heels back behind your toes so that you can't see them. And walking forwards to the top of the mat and sinking down deep over thighs. You float yourself all the way up to standing, exhaling hands to chest. On an inhale, reach the arms up again. Exhale, forward fold to your forward bend over thighs. Half lift and step or hop back into your plank, lowering down on an exhale, curling the chest up on an in-breath, and then pushing back to hold your downwards facing dog again. So palms and fingers flat into the ground. Make sure your first finger's next to your thumbs, point straight forwards. And keep lifting your armpits up away from the floor. Don't be tempted to push the armpits in towards the mat. Travel feet forwards to hands, deep fold as you exhale. floating up to standing on your in-breath. Hands exhale to chest. As you breathe in, reach straight back up again, tipping to toes as you forward bend on the out-breath. Lengthen on an inhale, and then travel straight back into your plank and down. In your own time, rolling through into your back bend, and then making your way back to hold your downwards dog again. Immediately checking the alignment of hands and heels. Lengthen the sides of the neck forwards on the same level as your upper arms. And keep breathing consciously. Keep your mind focused on the breath flowing in and out as you hold your pose. And looking forwards, step, walk or hop to the top of the mat. Coming into a squat. Make sure your heels are on the floor. Press the inner ankles out away from each other to firm the leg muscles and to protect the ankle and the knee joints. On your next exhale, forward fold, turning the feet parallel, swing your arms back behind you, clasp or interlace the fingers, and then relax the neck. Let the top of the head hang down. Relax your forehead and relax your eyes. On an in-breath, coming all the way up, arms still behind you. Step the feet in and moving into a chair pose. Sit your bum down, sweep the arms up as you breathe in. Exhale to forward fold. Going straight back into your plank pose again, and then down again in your own time, through the back bend, and back to downwards facing dog. From down dog, taking a high lunge. Right foot steps forward, heel under your right knee, taking your arms up alongside your ears. Then lift the back heel up nice and high and make sure that left knee is straight. Keep breathing with awareness. We're moving into a twist, left hand to the ground, right arm straight up over your shoulder. That back leg is still nice and straight and strong. Don't let the knee bend because then you lose the strength. Shoulder up nice and high. Then moving into a low lunge, left knee to the ground, arms float up to warrior one. That front knee is still over the front heel. Squaring off in the hips, keep rolling the left hip forwards to make that happen. And staying in the low lunge leg, sweep your arms back behind you. Clasp or interlace fingers behind your back. Keep lifting the chest higher each time you breathe in. And taking hands to the mat, step into plank on an in-breath. Out-breath lowers you down. Rolling into the back bend as you breathe in, and then back to downwards facing dog. Straight over to the other side, high lunge, left foot steps forward, arms sweep up to warrior one alongside your head. Try and lock your elbows straight, so we're firming those tricep muscles on the outer upper arms. Back leg nice and straight, don't bend the right knee. Keeping the legs in your lunge, right hand lowers to the ground under your shoulder and twist chest towards your left knee, left arm straight up to the sky over your left shoulder. Hug that left knee in towards your chest, don't lean it out away from you. And we're lowering the back knee to the ground and sweeping arms up as you breathe in, warrior one arms alongside your head. Front knee is still over the front heel. Keep your legs in your low lunge as your arms sweep back behind you. Find the hands or the fingers. And each time you breathe in, lift your back ribs and your upper back up away from your lower back to lengthen the lumbar spine in the lower back. Keep noticing the breath flowing. Placing palms on the mat. On an inhale, step into plank. On an exhale, lower yourself. Keep breathing as you travel all the way through your transition and back to your downwards facing dog. Holding down dog for a moment. Feel the breath. Now we're traveling feet forwards to hands again. We're going to take it into a squat once more. Bringing hands in front of your heart. Lift the chest up nice and high to help flatten out your spine. Make sure you're not leaning your full weight down into your bum. And then into a standing forward bend. Now bring feet in either to hip distance or to touch and really sink down deep. So you can hold onto your legs if you want to, but make sure your neck relaxes. Don't push your forehead towards your legs. On an inhale, rising up to standing. Stay standing as you exhale, hands to chest. Straight into your next chair pose. Inhale to lift the arms. Out breath, you forward fold. Lengthen the chest forward, making your way straight back into down dog this time. And from down dog, a warrior two. Right foot steps forwards. Press the right knee back towards your back. Arms parallel to the floor. And sit your weight into your left leg, the back leg, more than the front leg. Squeezing all the muscles tight to the bones on the legs and the arms. Then straighten your right knee, and as you exhale, reverse triangle. Left hand rests on the left leg or hip. Right arm, lock that elbow straight. Try and get the upper arm to touch the right side of your head. And now coming up, we're going to pulse warrior two to triangle. So moving with the breath. On an exhale, bend the front knee, warrior two. Inhale to straighten. Exhale to fold to triangle. Inhale to lift. Keep going in your own time. It's really important what you're doing with the breath here to help open the joints as you move. Inhale to straighten. Exhale to fold to triangle. All in your own time. Squeeze the toes down into the ground and pull the inner ankles up away from the mat. Don't lean into the inner arch of the foot, keeping that part of the foot up high. And now next time you fold to triangle, we're going to hold it there. Lean towards your upper back, lean towards the back of the left thigh and the outer right thigh. Don't lean towards your chest and the fronts of the legs. Keep leaning towards your back body. And cartwheel your hands to the mat. Swing your right leg back, down dog splits. On an in-breath, flowing forwards and down. Inhale into upwards facing dog. Exhale to down dog. And straight into your warrior two. Left foot forwards. Cartwheel the arms up and open. Once you're up, press your left knee towards your back. Keep opening that left inner thigh wide. Squeeze the leg muscles tight and sit your weight into your right thigh, locking the knee and the thigh all the way back. Keep focusing on the breath as well. With an inhale, left leg straightens. Exhale to reverse your triangle. Either right hand to the right leg or right hand to the right hip. Lock the left elbow and hug your upper arm as close to your face as you can. And coming all the way up. And we're going to do that pulsing. Exhale to bend the knee, warrior two. Inhale to straighten. Exhale to triangle. Keep going in your own time. Each time you bend your knee into your warrior two, press the knee open. Don't let it lean in the direction your chest is facing. Moving with the breath. Exhale to bend. Inhale to straighten. Exhale to fold. Inhale to lift. Keep moving. Keep noticing the breath. Each time you bend your knee, take a nice deep bend. And then next time we come into a triangle, we're holding that triangle. And once more, lean it back to your back body. Not just in your spine and the back of the head, but in the backs of the legs and the outer left thigh as well. Keep moving your right shoulder back towards your spine. And that arm is straight up over the shoulder. Don't lean it at a diagonal back. And circling your hands to the floor. Exhale the left leg back, down dog splits. In-breath brings you forwards into plank, flowing through all the way back to your downwards facing dog. Just holding that down dog again. Now we're traveling feet forwards to hands, melting down on the exhale. Float all the way up to standing on your inhale. Hands come to heart. And then sitting down deep into your chair. Folding on the exhale, lengthen, and travel straight back into your downwards facing dog. Right foot forwards, circling up to your warrior two again. Press firmly back with the left inner thigh, knee, and the left inner calf. And with an exhale, reverse your warrior two. Open the right knee even wider towards the right. Squeeze the inner thighs tight as you come up. And we're going to step onto the right foot to come into a half moon. Now make sure your right toes point straight forwards. Don't turn them in. That closes off the hip joint. If you can't touch the floor, you either bend your standing leg slightly or hover your fingertips in the air. Left hand can be on your left hip or straight up over the left shoulder. Slowly stepping back into warrior two legs and reverse your warrior again. A cartwheel over, hands to the ground. Right leg back to the sky, down dog splits. Inhale to come forward and hold it there. So you're either holding plank with both feet on the floor, or if you can, right leg is still in the air. Shoulders and arms are over your wrists, not behind them. And then lower yourself down, dropping the toes as you roll into the back bend and lifting back up to down dog. Other side, left foot forward, warrior two. Sink it down nice and low in the hips. Front knee is over the front heel. Squeeze those leg muscles tight. And then reverse your warrior. Make sure that left knee stays over the heel. Squeeze the inner thigh muscles tight to the leg bones. And when you come up, left knee straightens. We're moving straight into that half moon again on this side. Don't let the left foot move. Toes point straight forwards to the front of the mat. Flex the right ankle. Lock your right knee so that the lifted leg is really strong to help you with your balance. If you're wobbling, right hand can be on your right hip to help you balance more easily. With control, stepping back into warrior two legs and reverse that warrior again. Circling your hands over to the mat. We'll swing the left leg back to the sky, down dog splits. Keep the leg lifted if you can as you come forwards into your plank. Hold your plank. Arms and shoulders are over the wrists, not behind the line of the wrist or in front of the wrist. Squeeze in tight. Keep breathing. And then slowly lower yourself down. Inhale to upwards facing dog. Exhaling back to your down dog. And from down dog, we're going straight into a lunge again. Right foot forwards, left knee to the mat. Low lunge, arms to warrior one. Take your right heel is under the right knee. And then we're opening up warrior two. Right arm forward, left arm points back. Press the right knee open with the right forearm. Not leaning over that right thigh. Lift the right ribs up away from your right thigh. And then circling over, half splits. Left hip over your left knee, right leg straightens, and flex your right ankle firmly. Pull the toes all the way up towards you. Either staying with hands under your shoulders, or if you can, you slide the arms further forwards, so you're really opening into the side body. Make sure both hips are still in line with your left knee. Be particularly careful with the right hip. Both arms are doing the same thing on each side. And now we're going to make our way into low lizard, so lunging hips forwards. Get right heel under the right knee, but then wiggle that foot out wider than your right shoulder to the right side of the mat. Arms are straight down under the shoulders, melting into the front of the hips, but not too deeply into the left thigh. Keep a lot of weight in the back of the right thigh and your right bum. Now, if you're taking elbows down, right elbow down first, then the left elbow and forearm, and check that both arms are doing the same thing. Don't hover one elbow in the air and have the other on the floor. Both have got to touch the ground or come to both arms straight. And now keep lengthening your chest forwards, flattening into your back. Each exhale, softening the spine down. And coming back to hands, and we're swinging right leg back, down dog splits. We're going to hold it there, bending the right knee. Flatten both palms on the ground and square your chest to the mat. Don't lean into the left armpit and twist towards the right with your chest. Keep your chest square to the ground. Taking the right foot to the mat, straight over to low lunge, left foot forward, right knee to the ground, arms float up to warrior one. Then make sure that the left heel is straight under your left knee. Pelvis stays nice and square as we open the arms. Left arm forward, right arm back to warrior two. Press the left knee open with the left forearm. Keep lifting your left ribs up away from your left thigh and moving both shoulders back to your spine. Circling over, hands to the ground, half splits, right hip over the right knee. Stretch the left leg straight and flex your left ankle, pulling all the toes back towards your shin, not just the big toe. Baby toe pulls back as well. And if it's comfortable for you, you can reach the arms further forward, but make sure that you lengthen the chest forward to flatten the back. Don't look back towards your body unless you're folding all the way down. Then you can let the head hang. Otherwise, tucking chin to throat is going to round your spine. So keep flattening out the back. Both arms are doing the same thing on each side. Full deep breaths here. Now you're to make your way into your low lunge again, but then take your left foot wider than your left shoulder and hip for your low lizard. Check the left toes are not turned out, they're pointing straight forwards. And either staying with both elbows straight, keeping the chest square, or if you're taking elbows down, it's left elbow down first, then the right elbow forearm. Same as the other side, both arms are doing the same thing. Don't lean into one forearm and lift the other elbow off the ground. Balance out the weight in the chest and the arms, and also into your hips. So we're putting a lot of weight into the outer left thigh. Don't lean it all into the right hip and the front of the right thigh. And focusing on the breath, and with each exhale, melting into the chest, softening into your upper back and your spine. And we're going back, left leg to down dog splits, holding it there. We bend the left knee and keep it pointing straight up. Even weight across the shoulders and into both arms and both hands. bringing left foot down to the ground. And we're going to move into half pigeon. Sliding your right knee forward to touch the back of your right wrist. Right heel comes under the left hip, so the shin is at a diagonal angle on the mat. And the left leg is straight back behind your left hip. Don't have it leaning off towards the left. Either staying on the hands or lowering to forearms or all the way down onto your forehead. You can also reach the arms forward with forehead on the ground. So a common mistake here is to tilt the pelvis and drop onto your right bum. Make sure that right bum is off the floor. And the same thing with the top of the left hip and thigh. They're also off the floor slightly. So nice and square in the hips. And making your way back into downwards facing dog. We're going straight over to the other side. Left knee slides forward to touch the back of your left wrist. Heel underneath the right hip. Shin at a diagonal angle. Check the right foot is not twisting in the ankle. Its toes point straight back. And taking it down to the level that's most comfortable for you. You're relaxing into your chest with each out breath. Notice how your back moves as you breathe in and out. Keep noticing your breath. Now walking up onto hands, make your way into your last downwards facing dog, giving it a good squeeze to heels. And from there, making our way down to sitting. So you're going to swing your legs out in front of you and we're going to take a twist. You bend your right knee up, step your right foot over your left thigh, wrap your elbow, forearm around that right leg and turn your chest to the right. Now you can reach the left arm up and on an exhale, take it to the outside of your leg. Don't shrug your shoulder to your left ear. Keep the shoulders nice and square. So often arm to the outside of the leg crunches that shoulder up. It shortens and tightens the left side of the neck. So soften into the shoulders, soften into the sides of the neck, and lengthen them up away from your shoulders. Just check the straight leg. You're still flexing your left ankle, pulling your toes up towards your left knee. And then untwisting for the other side, right leg straight, left knee bends up, stepping your foot over the right thigh. Wrap around and take the twist. Same awareness of that right shoulder. You'd reach the arm up, exhaling arm to the outside of the leg, but keeping the shoulder down. Each in-breath lifts the chest. Each exhale may be twisting a little bit deeper. Check in with a straight leg foot again. Flex your right ankle, pressing the heel forward and pulling your toes back. Keeping the chest nice and relaxed as you untwist yourself. And we're going straight into Janu Shasana. Left foot to the inside of the right thigh. Inhale to reach forwards. Make sure that your spine stays flat, whichever depth you're going to in the pose. So don't look back at your chest. Look straight down at your leg or forwards towards that right foot. The right foot stays flexed, just like in your twist. Relax the neck, relax your face, and breathe gently. And we're coming all the way up. We change legs, left leg straight, right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Flex your left ankle as you reach forwards. And on an exhale, we fall down. Keep flexing that left foot, toes straight up to the roof. Don't look back at your body. Look straight down to your left leg or towards your left foot. Keep the breath flowing. Coming all the way up and taking both legs straight. So we take one last forward fold, reaching for shins or forwards for the floor or for your outer edges of the feet or ankles. And the more you fold down, the more you need to stretch your chest forwards towards your feet. Each inhale, lengthening the sides of the neck and the top of the head forwards as well. Each exhale, softening into your face, softening into the chest. And coming all the way up. We're going to make our way down onto our backs for 2 minutes of Shavasana. So a nice short, sweet Shavasana to go with our short, sweet yoga practice today. Feeling the whole body soften, whole body sink down. Let every tiny little muscle release and relax. And now taking in a nice deep long breath. Reach your arms over your head and stretch your body open. Maybe bringing your knees to your chest or rocking side to side. And gently making your way up to sitting. And well done, everyone. Namaste.